front row of the grid. Then it's Garcia Lopez, Travisanuto, Henley and Van Leven, Tontari and Smolja. The fifth row of the grid is Konsta Lapalainen and Clement Novalak. Christian Lunga, the reigning junior European champion, alongside Felice Tieni, the former World Cup winner. Vasile Yuyang Sun from China, Lucas Legere, Noah Milel out of grid 16, nephew of the 1996 world champion, Johnny Mislievich. Speaking of world champions, look at grid number 26, the reigning junior world champion from Florida. He made one corner of the pre-final. He had to walk back to the pits the long way. He starts this, the final, out of grid number 26. Look for the American in the number 227, Ricky Flynn Motorsport Kart, to come charging through the field. Beautiful clear skies here in Adria. As we mentioned, not far from the Adriatic coast, around about 10 kilometres away. As the field starts to bank up behind Karol Bash. First Polish world champion, gave Cosmic their first ever world championship at La Conca Muro Lecce World Circuit in September last year. We're getting ready to go for this 20-lap, 25-kilometre final. Bash lowers the blind on that radiator as the temperature creeps up a bit. Garcia, the 239 Evo Kart. Van Leven, he's had a brilliant weekend, took a heat win. Starts out at grid number 6 as we race up to the line. We go green, can Joyner sweep around the outside. He's gonna try, but he slots into second spot. Not a bad start from the Englishman. They funnel down through turns number 1 and 2 here at Adria. Bash leads it from Joyner. Garcia Lopez, Travisanuto in 4th spot and under pressure. He has to defend from Ben Henley. There he is in the 219 Jules Bianchi kart. The front three have already skipped away. Van Leven has to defend. Henley's lost out a spot, I think. Henley has moved back. Martin Van Leven in the Birrell Art as Joyner has a big look down the inside of Karol Bash. That's going to cost him. Look, he's lost 2-3 kart lengths. Left rear Vega over the ripple strip. Garcia turns around, makes an adjustment on that carburetor of the Perilla engine for the Spaniard. Down into turn number 2. Bash, Joyner, Garcia. Then we go back to, it's Henley up into 4th spot now. So Martin Van Leven, the Birrell Art driver, is back in 6th. One ahead of Pavel Tontare. Good start by Clement Novalak. Alexander Smolja is 9th and Felice Tiene up into 10th. The battle is on for second. Look, Karol Bash is already skipping away. They cannot let him do this, or they won't see which way he went. You saw Joyner slide it under brakes, old school style. There are no front brakes on these original kart chassis. He's sideways onto the straight. He's susceptible. Here comes Garcia. Oh, she can't do it. She slots back into the slipstream. Tremendous horsepower from the Perilla of Tom Joyner. Identical engine virtually for Marta Garcia. Then we go back to Travisanuto for Ward Racing. He's up into 4th. Ben Henley's lost a couple of spots. This time Garcia up the inside. She is into 2nd place. Let's see if the girl from Spain can chase down the pole. Joyner, 3rd, under pressure from Travisanuto. The pole leads the Spaniard, the Englishman, and now the Italian. Oh, the Italian's gone past Joyner, so Joyner in 2nd spot. And remember, on lap 1, he was looking to make a move on Karol Bash. He's now back off to 4th and off the podium. Across the line, the gap is already 1.085 seconds. Fastest lap of the race last time round for Pavel Tonteri. The CRG driver is in 5th spot in the 209 machine, charging up through the field. Next in the sights of the Finn is Tom Joyner on screen there, who is already lost 0.45 of a second to Marta Garcia. Well, we've been asking all weekend who can take the challenge to Karol Bash. Martin Van Leven in the Birrell Art took a heat win. He's faded back to 9th and being attacked by Konsta Lapalainen. as Pavel Tontetti goes through on Tom Joyner. Let's listen to him down the straight. 16,000 RPM. The drivers say it's not actually that different to the good old days of ICA. 125cc direct drive engines. There's Garcia. She's just done a fastest first sector. The gap is 1.044 seconds to the reigning world champion. She is catching him though. She's definitely catching him. Travisanuto's doing a good job in third for Ward Racing. 3 different teams, 3 different manufacturers in the top 3. 5 different manufacturers in the top 5. Because the CRG of Tontetti, the Finn is 4th, and then the Zanardi kart is 5th. That is of Joyner. Fastest lap of the race, Marta Garcia Lopez. She's done a 48.272. She is catching him. Here comes Marta. She's got the gap down to under 1 second. 0.9 of a second between this man on screen, Carol Bash, fastest lap of the race. Look at that. The girl from Valencia. She's left Travisanuto behind. Joyner is falling back through the field also. Fighting there with his countryman, Ben Hanley, the reigning European champion. Combining the 2016 series with a Le Mans LMP2 program. As we watch Marta, a little bit of head movement. Floats it over the ripple strip in the Evo kart. The gap last time was 0.947 of a second. It's down to 0.8. She is catching him again. Fastest lap of the race from Marta Garcia. 48.16 seconds. Alexander Smolya, the Russian, is into 5th. Felici Tiene from 12th on the grid is up into 6th. Now 2 CRGs in the top 6 because Pavel Tontetti going through there is in 4th, 1 step off the podium. Marta Garcia, winner of the CIK FIA Academy Trophy for 2015. She was on the podium in the European Championships in the junior class last year. She was on the podium last weekend, 7 days ago in her home nation. We'll check the gap for you again. It's visibly closer. 0.87 last time round. Remains the same, 0.83. Slightly taking it out. Travisanuto, 0.9 of a second further back for Lorenzo. Martin van Leeuwen's having a horror run. He's down into 13th. Behind Noah Millel, who's having a good drive. Vasile and Clement Novalak, the Brit, rounds out the 10. He's 1 behind his countryman, Tom Joyner, who's in 9th. Remember, in the early part of this race, Tom was challenging for the lead. The virtual championship, though, if Lorenzo Travisanuto can hold on, he will just take it from Carol Bash. Joyner cannot afford to lose any more spots. He's 3rd in the series as we speak, but he's falling down to 9th in the order on the road. He's just been passed by Christian Lungard, who's up into 8th in the Ricardo kart. Anthony Ganji Jr., the American from New York for Ward Racing, has just been passed by Davide Lombardo. Taimo Komensashi, the Emirati driver, just behind that battle, as is Petro Hiltbrand. How competitive is this field? Well, we mentioned the reigning junior world champion, one of the fastest drivers on the planet, the American Logan Sargent. Yes, he started out of grid number 26. He has made progress, but he's only up to position 18. He's nowhere near the podium. He's fighting back there with Petro Hiltbrand that we just mentioned. The gap is down to 0.6 of a second though. 48.061 for Marta Garcia Lopez. Here comes the girl from Spain. She's got the pole in her sights as the Cosmic rides the ripple strip. We've got more than half the race to go. Let's see if Bash looks behind him. No, he's too disciplined for that. He'll wait until he hears the Perilla engine over the sound of his own vortex. Oh, she's really close. Remember, it was well over a second. She's taken half a second out of him in the Evo kart, number 239. Down through the final corners of the circuit. This is half race distance. Exactly now, lap 10 of 20. 0.61, the gap remains the same. She needs to get a little bit closer to get the benefit of the slipstream here at Adria International Raceway. They're significantly faster than the TKARTs of years gone by, touching almost 140 kilometres an hour here at Adria. You just see her ease off the throttle. The gap is going to be really interesting. You can see it. It was 0.615 of a second. I don't really need to give you the times anymore. It's almost becoming superfluous. Almost. She's visibly catching him. Marta Garcia on the start-finish straight. Something's happened to Tom Joyner, though. The gap is down to 0.5 of a second. We have lost Tom Joyner, the 2013 world champion. We're looking for him out on the circuit. Tom Joyner is out of the race after challenging for the lead early on. So he joins Marco Maestranzi, Yu Yang Sung, and the Finn Konsta Lapalainen on the sidelines. Here comes Marta. The age-old argument of the next female Formula One driver. If ever there was a talent, forget the fact that she's a girl. She's just a damn good racing driver. Anyone that wanted to sign her up, and I believe she is being looked at by several teams, it's irrelevant. If they just want a good driver, it doesn't matter where they're from, which country, boy or girl. Marta is brilliant. She's got the gap down to 0.487 of a second. She is catching him. Lorenzo Travisanuto, he leads the series, albeit only just. Carol Bash is second in the WSK Supermaster Series. Even if he wins it, if Travisanuto holds on to third position, the Italian will take the title. So the pole leads the Spaniard, leading the Italian, Paavo Tontari, the Finnish driver, doing a great job in third. There he is. Oh no, make that fourth. Fifth, in fact, I should say, because Alexander Smolya, the Russian, has gone through on Tontari. There's Travisanuto. He's found a good home at Ward Racing. Has not even spent a year with them. As Carol Bash responds, the gap goes back out to 0.584 of a second. Carol Bash says, I'm not world champion for nothing, and he lays down a 47.983. Travisanuto with 7 laps to go. 2:01 on screen from Poland for the Cosmic Racing Department. He's still smiling from winning the World Championship at La Conca Muro Lecese World Circuit in September last year. 2:14, that's Travisanuto. Flashes by. Bash over the ripple strip. There's Travisanuto, the series leader. A great job by the Russian, Alexander Smolya, on the charge. 48.045 last time for Bash. Marta Garcia, 48.006. Kristen Lundgaard, you can see, is up into the top 10 in the Ricardo kart. Behind Ben Henley in 7th. Taimur Komensashi, there's the Emirati in the Burilat. Number 237 just flashes across the line now. Well, catching him is going to be one thing. Passing him is going to be something else. She first needs to get onto the rear bumper of the Cosmic kart. The gap has somewhat stabilized. We've done 3/4 race distance. 0.545 for Marta Garcia. The crowd willing her on as Bash responds with another fastest lap. 47.949 for the pole, as opposed to 48 dead for Marta. Then it's Travisanuto. He's lapping 1/10 of a second off. There goes Ben Henley through. Kristen Lundgaard, just ahead of Clement Novalak. Daniel Vasile. There goes Martin van Leven in the Burilat. Davide Lombardo also, and you just got a glimpse of Logan Sargent, who has got up as high as position number 15. He's just got ahead of Jean-Baptiste Minouaya, his countryman, the other American, Anthony Ganji, and the German David Brinkman. David in 18th position for the KSM Racing team. Bash goes through. Oh, it's getting serious now. The gap's now up to 0.8. It's going to be difficult from here because you can see Carol Bash has responded and says, cop that. 47.870. The driver from Poland is looking good for the win. Marta Garcia has driven a brilliant race, but she's going to have to do something extraordinary and virtually impossible. There she is, from Valencia in Spain, the same city where the KZ driver Jorge Pescador comes from, that hosted the Mediterranean F1 Grand Prix for a few years back there. The beautiful city on the eastern coast of Spain. Tontari going through. Felice Tiene, the Italian's up into 5th spot. That's been a brilliant drive from Felice. The gap 0.92 of a second. So as it stands, we will have a Pole, a Spaniard and an Italian on the podium. However, we've still got 2.5 laps to go of the OK final. Travisanuto. There he is, still leads the championship, albeit only just. Coming into the final round, it was actually Pedro Hilbrand leading the fight. He's down in 14th. His countrywoman, Marta, is in 2nd. Logan Sargent, well, what could it be? 0 points for the pre-final. And the American is only in 15th, despite charging from the back of the grid in this race. Well, it's been a class act with a lap and a half to go. He certainly found a home at Cosmic Racing Department. The team run by the legendary Olivier Marchal. Let's not forget, he won 7 days ago the opening round of the European Championships. It looks as though it's going to be 2 victories in 7 days for the driver from Poland. He looks behind him. Finally, Marta Garcia has virtually conceded. You just saw her reaching the carburetor on that Perilla engine as Carol Bash lays down a 47.839 and says, boys and girls, you're not going to catch me now. He's on his way to victory. Travisanuto still doing a great job in 3rd, holding off the Russian Alexander Smolja. Felice Tiene, a brilliant drive for the Italian from Napoli. He's in 5th. But nobody is going to stop the pole, despite Marta setting a faster 2nd sector. The checkered flag comes out. 2 wins in 7 days. The 4th and final round of the WSK Supermaster Series goes to the reigning world champion, Carol Bash. He wins here in Adria. A brilliant drive by the girl from Spain, Marta Garcia Lopez. She takes 2nd place on the podium. Lorenzo Travisanuto, a brilliant drive from the Italian. He finishes in 3rd spot. So again, for the 2nd time in 7 days, we will hear the Polish national anthem played on the top step of the podium. We're trying to calculate the points here, but we believe Travisanuto has won the WSK Supermaster Series for 2016. That is provisional. That is to be confirmed. We will confirm that for you in a few moments as we look at the highlights. From the outside of the front row, Tom Joyner. What happened to him? He didn't finish, classified way down in 25th. This is where Marta began her charge up through the field, first getting by the 2013 world champion. There was the TKART driver who early on the 1st lap actually was looking to make a move on Carol Bash. But after that, they didn't see which way the pole went. Marta got the gap down to 0.4 of a second at one stage, but Carol Bash, the reigning world champion, has won here at Adria by 0.870 of a second. So Bash wins it from Marta Garcia Lopez. Lorenzo Travisanuto, the Italian, is 3rd on the podium. Well done. Que bravo, Lorenzo. Brilliant drive from Alexander Smolja to come home in 4th. An equally great job from Felice Tiene, il Napolitano. Quinto, the driver from Napoli, was 5th. Head of the reigning European champion, Ben Henley, Paavo Tonteri, Christian Lundgaard, Clement Novalak, and a great drive by the Swede, Noah Millell,